And you know, maybe that makes me a bad influence, but Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So the other day I was scrolling through Barnes & Noble, as a reader does, and looking at their like book haul sale they have going on, because I was kind of tempted to buy some things because a lot of books are 50% off. I was like scrolling through, and then it occurred to me that maybe I should check like what books I have pre-ordered, because I think that's something I forget about a lot. I tend to pre-order books in bulk during Barnes & Noble's pre-order sales. Every now and then they do that pre-order sale, like the 25% off all pre-orders, and I don't know how consistently it happens, but every time it happens, I pre-order like any anticipated read I can think of for the next year and just pre-order all at that time. And like, it's kind of scary in the moment because you're paying like your bill is like $100 or so, but you don't get charged till each book releases. So I tend to pre-order a lot of books at one time. So I figured it'd be a good idea to like go through and write down what books I pre-ordered so I don't accidentally buy them again. Once I made that list, I realized how many books I pre-ordered, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't buy anything else right now. So I checked myself out of the website, and it had me thinking, I have all these anticipated reads, all these books I'm so excited for. Why not share those lists with you? And maybe you do some pre-ordering of your own. And you know, maybe that makes me a bad influence, but so I'm gonna do this in kind of like 2 video forms. Right now I'm gonna tell you my anticipated reads for the rest of the year. So I'm filming this on October 22nd. I'm gonna start from September and go forward. I think in August I only have like 2 anticipated reads coming out. I think they're like, it just came out today, or they're coming out like next week or something, which is Foxglove, the sequel to Belladonna, which comes out today, and then The Brothers Hawthorne, which is another book in like the Inheritance Games trilogy. I think that also came out today. But that's pretty much all I have for August. So we're going to start in September and go forward. And then at some point later in the year, I'm going to give you my anticipated reads for 2024, which is a much longer list. This will be somewhat condensed. We only have 4 months to go through. All right, who's ready to be influenced? I'm going to attempt to give this in chronological order. Forgive me if I mess up some dates or some dates have changed. This is what I found on the internet. Our first anticipated read is When a Brown Girl Flees by Amana Qureshi. And I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. So When a Brown Girl Flees, I have Amana's other books on my shelves. That's The Lady and the Lion, The Man and Their Monster. I've heard a lot of amazing things about her books. I have her books, I'm planning to read it, and she's now coming out with a contemporary that sounds amazing, and it's coming out September 19th, which I thought it was coming out a little further away. That's sooner than I thought, but I'm so excited for this. I'm always looking for more Muslim rep. This has Muslim rep and brown rep. I'm so sorry, my cat just walked into my closet and closed the door on itself. Oliver, get out of the closet. Oliver? Okay, don't worry. The cat has been saved. And I think he's gonna try doing it again. Oliver! No. Can't go in the closet. It's because one of my closet doors is kind of broken and my dad needs to fix it. So it's easier to him just push it open. It doesn't have to like, doesn't need a human to open it. He can just push it open now. I don't think there's anything in there too bad that he can get into. He just went in again. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so yeah, When a Brown Girl Flees, Muslim rep, brown rep, super excited. I have a feeling this is going to be a life-changing book. September 19th. Then we have on September 26th, a good amount of books are coming out. Oh, I'm so excited for this. First one is Thieves Gambit, which I have a physical arc for. It's the Inheritance Games meets Ocean's 11's in a cinematic heist thriller. Wow. For those of you who don't know me super well, I don't know if I've talked about this on my platforms. I grew up watching Ocean's 11, and it was one of my favorite movies growing up. I've watched Ocean's 11, 13, 14, no. Oh, why did I skip a number? Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. I watched Ocean's 8. I grew up, my dad loves these kind of movies, so I watched a ton of them growing up. Love a good heist movie. I mean, Six Crows, who doesn't love a good heist? So I didn't even know it was comped to that. That's super exciting. This one I have a physical arc of, and Penguin Teen did some like really fun like reel advertisements for this one. That made me look super like intriguing, so I was excited to read it. Also coming out September 26th is Foul Heart Huntsman. If you follow me on TikTok, I have roasted this cover and the title quite a bit. That being said, I liked Foul Lady Fortune. I'm gonna keep reading Chloe Yong's writing. I just think Simon Ting could do a little bit better in the covers of her books. I think they're doing her a disservice. But that's just my opinion. I am super excited for this one. I do have an e-arc. I do need to read it. Maybe I'll do like a little reading vlog for that one. A last book coming out September 26th, this is such a big day, is Threads of Power, which is the newest book in the Darker Shades of Magic world. I love the Darker Shades of Magic. It's one of like my favorite adult, I don't read a ton of adult books just because they're a little bit denser, they require a little more thinking, and I'm definitely like I'm here for a good time escapism type of reader. But Darker Shades of Magic, I love the dynamic of that book, I love the world of that book. It's such a fun series, so I'm so excited we're going back to it and going back to the world, and I can't wait to see how this book is. Wow, September 26th, I guess I should put that on my calendar. Take the day off or something. October 10th, Huda F. Cares comes out, and if you know me, I love Huda Fahmi's works. I have all her books. Huda F. Cares is the second book in the Huda F. series, and she uses her name as a fun like play on words. Like the first book was called Huda F. Are You? Now this is Huda F. Cares. I think it's such a fun play on words. In Huda F. Cares, we see Huda and her sisters and her parents going on a road trip to Disney World, and anyone with siblings can relate. Theme parks, siblings, road trips. There's going to be a little back and forth, some squabbles. I did actually read this already. I had an arc. It was 5 stars. Huda perfectly captures the autumnness and the sibling behavior. Is autumnness a word? I'm making it up. As somebody with 3 siblings, who's gone to Disney multiple times, it perfectly captures that, and it was so relatable and such a fun read. I will let you know that for Huda F. Cares, I actually got the opportunity to help a little bit with the making of this book. Huda does not live in Florida, and she asked me to go take some reference photos at Disney World for her illustrations. So I got to go to Disney and take pictures for this book, which was so exciting because I love Disney and I love Huda's works. So it was such a great opportunity. Alhamdulillah, I loved working with her. And you should definitely check out this book because it's so funny. October 10th, don't forget. Then we have on October 24th, one of my most anticipated reads. Hi, buddy. You want to go in the chair? Oh, you got it. Good boy. One of my most anticipated reads is A Curse for True Love, which is the final book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart. I don't know if this series is a trilogy or like more, but or at least the next book. And the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, I actually liked Once Upon a Broken Heart more than like the Carval series, which is like the prequel. I think this series is so much more interesting. And I was like, the first book, Once Upon a Broken Heart, was like solid. It was like a solid 4 stars. And then I read the second book, The Ballad of Never After, and I was hooked. 5 stars. Consumed it in a single sitting. Such a good book. And I cannot wait for A Curse for True Love. Like, I'm so excited. October 24th, I'm putting the date on my calendar. And I love the Barnes & Noble editions of those books. Those are all my copies are Barnes & Noble exclusive editions, and my pre-order is because they are stunning. Getting into November, and this is the last date I have. I couldn't find like a ton of books coming out in November, December that I was super excited about. So these are the last books I have. So November 7th, Vengeance of the Pirate Queen, I think is the title, is the 3rd book in the Daughter of the Pirate Queen. In the 3rd book in the Daughter of the Pirate King series. I wasn't even aware there was a 3rd book coming out. I was like doing my research for this video and I saw it and I was like, oh, I liked that duology, and I thought it was just a duology. Let me write this down. So I didn't know they were making a 3rd book. If you didn't know, now you know. I'm excited enough for it. I'm not super excited because I didn't know it was a thing, but I've liked the duology enough. And I'm always down for a good pirate book. So there's a 3rd book coming out, and let's see how it goes. Also on November 7th, I think it's gonna be one of my top reads of this year, Check and Mate. Now, Ali Hazelwood is a pretty popular author. This is her first time writing young adult. I have only read one other of her books, which is The Love Hypothesis. I have not read any more of her adult reads. And I heard in her adult reads, she gets pretty repetitive with her tropes. So if that's your fear, I'm here to tell you that I don't see that repetitiveness in this book. I don't see those tropes repeated, you know, like the super, super big guy, super, super tiny girl. I don't see that. Checkmate was wonderful. It was romantic. It was funny. It was almost heart-wrenching sometimes, seeing how the main character cares about her family and trying to do the best in the situation she's in. I also read this in one sitting and I loved it. I went and bought a chessboard just so I could take pictures for this book and maybe learn to play some chess. I know how to play chess like enough, but I'm not like amazing. And now I want to be amazing, okay? I want to be a chess player. But this comes out November 7th, and I, for one, am so excited for it. And those are my most anticipated books for the rest of the year. And if you're thinking, Bestima, there's a couple other books coming out you didn't mention. Either I don't like the series, I don't like the author, or I'm just not interested in reading it. Go ahead and let me know what you're interested in for the rest of the year. If you have some really anticipated reads you want to see in my 2024 video, let me know what your most anticipated reads for 2024 are. I do hope, or maybe I don't hope, I hope add some books to your wish list or your shopping lists, and if I made your wallet a little angry, don't blame me. And that's all for today. I'll see you next time. Bye!